check and a test. 420, 840, 420, 840. Coming to you live from the city of action, excitement, dismemberment, horrors, terror, and resolution. Can, after 3 years, we beat 100 games live online. We started with Castlevania 2: Simon's Quest. An obvious entry point, a terrific celebration of James Rolfe, the angry Nintendo nerd, the angry video game nerd. Why wouldn't we start with Castlevania 2? Terrific, bewildering. The music fantastic, the graphics not too shabby, but the game, meh. And we've been back to Castlevania, Dracula's Castle of Madness, many times. Akumajo Densetsu, aka Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse. We beat it by cheating. We beat Castlevania 2 by cheating. We may or may not have cheated our way through the Castlevania adventure. We cheated through Castlevania The Adventure 2, Belmont's Revenge, Bloodlines. Oh yeah, we cheated. Kid Dracula, I think I used a save state or two. But also in my day, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, beaten without cheating. Dracula X Rondo Blood, beaten without cheating. The Sharp X 68,000 Castlevania Remake, aka Castlevania Chronicles, I beat that without cheating. Castlevania The Adventure Rebirth on the Wii, I've beaten that without cheating. All the DS ones, all the GBA games. I have defeated Dracula by my own two hands so many times. But the times where I weakened, where the save states fell, where we rewound time itself, unacceptable. Tonight, everybody, your friend Johnny Sixgun is here to end it. We are taking down the 1987 Konami NES classic Castlevania without cheating. If I do this, this will be the 100th game I've beaten on the stream. If I don't do it, well, that's a pisser. Because, in secret, I've been working on this game for 6 months. Ever since we went on the hiatus, when life was getting tough, when old Johnny had to concentrate on other things aside from the stream, I decided to get good at one game, and that game is this. It's Castlevania. Whether it was nestling in the corner with an NES hooked up by RF to a CRT television with the original cartridge, or practicing as we are going to play tonight on the PS4 Pro on the Castlevania Anniversary Collection. What could possibly go wrong? If we beat it, that's 100 games beaten on the stream, folks. We've played well over 150. Maybe. I haven't run the math on that one quite yet. We've done some showcases and showstoppers, show bloppers, and gobstoppers. And tonight, we're just gonna have a good old 8-bit time with Castlevania. Without further ado, Transylvania, a small, peaceful country in the heart of medieval Europe. The people of Transylvania whisper the legend of Dracula to their children at bedtime. Only half believing it to be true, the forces of good keep a watchful eye during the constant vigil. The forces of evil manage to prevail once every century. Each time this happens, human beings with evil hearts begin to chant unspeakable prayers. This is Dracula, the Prince of Darkness, resurrected upon the face of the earth, and each time he is manifested, his powers grow stronger. Once long ago, Dracula was indeed revived in this manner. However, his ambitions to plunge the world into darkness and build a kingdom of evil were crushed by the hero Christopher Belmont. Little shout out to the Game Boy games there. Following Dracula's demise at the hands of Christopher Belmont, the Transylvanian countryside slept peacefully for 100 years. Then one Easter night, the townspeople were celebrating with the joyous holiday with a splendid carnival. But in the ruins of the old monastery on the edge of town, the followers of darkness were holding a black mass to revive the evil count and give him eternal life. They poured a sacrifice of human blood over his remains. As they did so, the ominous thundercloud, holy crow, the text has disappeared before mine eyes. Oh boy, the Twisted Mints and the Preemptive Advil. We're actually rocking the Aleve tonight. Bill Shady, thank you, great friend to the channel, joining us tonight. Here in Season 3, playing a lot of dedications. Did Super Burger Time for Bill Shady. Hope he had a super good time there. A super good burger time. We're going to have a quick mix of the drink here, the old classic Weiser's Canadian Whiskey with a twist, the Pepsi caffeine-free diet. It is indeed April 20th tonight, gang, so, you know, if you've dipped into something a bit more on the jazz side of things, old Johnny won't hold it against ya. But yeah, a lot more story to Castlevania. I don't think you would have found this in the NES manual. Konami, classically known for... Oh, but all is not lost. The successor to the Belmont family bloodline, a man by the name of Simon, was determined to rid the land of the terrible evil, taking the mysterious whip left to him by his father, and he was going to kill the Count by himself. What do you think of that? Castlevania. The rules are simple, gang. I am going to play the NES version of Castlevania. I am not allowed to use save states. The only cheat I am allowed is the ability to reset, which is all we would have had back in the 80s. Remember those? If you do, holy crow. Well, let's do it, gang. Yeah, let's get a little spooky here. Tonight for potentially the 100th game beaten, Konami's Castlevania. Very cool, nice little intro. Our protagonist Simon Belmont traversing the Wallachian countryside to power up. Ah, that limp whip has become the Morning Star, and the Morning Star extended further. Dracula and his minions had better watch out for Simon Belmont and the dagger. Oh, there's a secret. Look out for that one, folks. You're not going to see that one on your daddy's Castlevania. I discovered a very high majority of the secrets in this game by playing it repeatedly. You get home from work, you play Castlevania till you die. And then you go to work till you die. The rules are simple. Simon Belmont, he walks, he jumps, he collects weapons. And to use these weapons, he collects hearts. A large heart gives him 5 hearts. So maybe he can throw 5 of these holy waters. Holy moly, that's a... Look out for these ghouls though, Simon. Dracula and his minions. No decency. The sacred ritual of burial has been perverted here with these shambling corpses tossing themselves at our hero Simon Belmont. Perhaps you remember the vain version of him from Captain and the Game Master. Yes, Kevin, Captain and the Game Master, Simon Belmont. Oh, a bat. Better watch out for that pot roast in the wall there, Simon. Could have the salmonella. Hey, no salmonella here. We're looking out for mercury poisoning against these mermen. These fishy foes pack some fiery breath. Oh, it's the stopwatch. Stop what you're doing and don't pick up that item. It's gonna ruin your day. Hey, look at this. It's another hidden bag. Touch that sack for a quick 1K. Castlevania being very notorious for the ability to jump on stairs or not jump off of stairs and onto stairs. A lot of rules about stairs in Castlevania, and that kid is on the escalator again. These ghouls are all over town. Holy crow, sometimes I'm not accustomed to them turning around like that. I'm not accustomed to leaving enemies alive. Here comes the third worst weapon in the game, gang, the axe. This is one of the few instances where I say you grab it, because there's something going on up here. Avert your gaze to the upper portions of the screen, because terror is lurking. It is the Wuhan bat, out of control. I've always been curious if that's just a large face, like a big set of fangs, or what's going on there. But we've grabbed the Jewel of Rescue, or whatever you'd like to call it, and that's a good time. Let's tally up those points. That's not my bag, baby. Oh, behave. And I am striking a pose tonight. Got my red jacket Lupin the Third going on here. Hey, it's the boomerang. Can't go wrong with the cross. Bats off to you. Hey, here's another secret for you, folks. This game just keeps teaching you things without you really realizing it. Like, of course I'm going to whip at that wall. You know, I'm going to goof around. Hey, there's nothing in there. Duck. Ah, that treasure pops up. Teaches you to dig in those walls. Press the down button on occasion. Interesting. Doo-doo. Cool tunes in this game. Ooh, those treacherous spear knights. Double your pleasure, double your fun with the double mint, spearmint, and peppermint gum. Hey, that's a shot multiplier, folks. Pretty important, Castlevania. At least in the first one, you get your weapon, your boomerang, your throwing knife, axe, holy water, whatever you choose, and you start using that weapon. Use it to defeat enemies. Use it to knock out these candles, and you'll get these multipliers. And look at this. All of a sudden, you've got 3 boomerangs flying around. It's out of control. It's the way to do it. That's the Castlevania way. That's what makes Simon Belmont such an aggressive bastard. Oh, it's those awful Medusa heads. Look out for these scums. Ooh, money, money, money is all you need. Don't be afraid to use those sub-weapons. They call them sub-weapons. Don't take that as an affront. They are as important as the vampire killer whip itself. Sometimes you can just get lucky. Sometimes you take a dump. Alright, the game's glitching a little. Typically, you wouldn't get that double shot multiplier right off the bat there, but that's okay, and things have gone a bit askew here. Castlevania throws you curveballs, gang. There we go, we've scored a 1-up. You can get those 1-ups pretty easily by collecting points. Points readily available from those money bags. Defeating the enemies, and through a variety of other multipliers. There we go, the key to that zone, that's one of the more dangerous zones in the game. Stay away from those ledges. Those Medusa heads will knock you back. And we're gonna be knocking back a few pot roasts tonight. Pot roasts, and you folks can roast some pot if that's legal. Hey, what the hell? This is one of the few opportunities where the stopwatch is worth a damn. Let's give it its due. When you're a kid, you think, oh yeah, that thing's stopping Medusa heads. Oh yeah, this is one of the more generous hidden pot roasts in the game, gang. So keep an eye out. Oh yeah, Swansons. So yeah, this you get these crunchers here in this stage, so why not go ahead and use that stopwatch? Oh, whoops-a-daisy. I've gone too far. Maybe I'll go back and grab this holy water. Why not? So you can duck under that second one, and we'll maneuver carefully over here. If this is a heart, oh, don't grab it. You're gonna get pinched. There we go. Look out for those ghosts. They have the head of a xenomorph and the bite of a xenomorph. So there we go. We're adding up those shot multipliers. Look at this, gang. Triple holy waters after only one room. And oh my god, it's the bone pillars. These bone chillers are going to kick your ass. They take 6 hits, rather. They really upset the apple cart. Hey, have a holy water, ya holy ghost. He who eats the fastest gets the most. Hey there, we got Sega Madness here tonight. Thank you for joining us, sir. Here, if we can beat it, the 100th game beaten on this ridiculous endeavor. This is not a game I played as a child. This is a game I learned as an adult. 6 months of training, a little bit every day. Oh, here we go. We got Medusa here, kind of looking like old Wacko Jacko himself. That was a humdinger. Hope everybody is enjoying their Thursday evening tonight, getting through that week. Maybe you're... Oh, here we go. This is a good one. This song, Wicked Child, I believe it's called. Here we go. Look out for those flea men or Igors or monkey men, whatever you want to call them. I call them troublesome. Here's a strategy I learned from watching the demo screen. Just keep walking, let the flea men do their thing, and just let them have it. Johnny Sixgun approved. Skeleton reviled. Alright, let him just do his thing. I rarely have that much issue with that skeleton, but that's okay. We were planning on some oddball behavior tonight. This is a tricky part. We nailed it. You can kind of lead these skeletons. Set a little trap. And they just wander off. They get bored. Skeletons get bored too. I don't know. What are you gonna do? Oh, look at that. Another secret sack. Don't touch that sack, folks. Oh, alright. That was a risky maneuver. Now, I like to do this. This is the only other instance. I just traded the triple holy water. Arguably the best weapon in Castlevania for the axe. A single axe. What the hell am I thinking? Let's check it out. Let's avoid these sine waves here. A little something for the wavelength, gang. Oh, there we go. Alright, it went a bit sideways. We were using that axe to more easily obtain the boomerang, which I want. And we're going to start powering it up. Throw that boomerang at candles. Oh, it's that awful stopwatch. I'm going to have a squat on that and collect the cash. Oh dear. Sometimes these birds can be a bit pesky. Sometimes there's fly around, and that's okay. Can really rack up some points on those bone cannons there. There we go. Doing okay. We got the double trouble. Double boomerangs already. Gotta multiply, gang. Remember those multiplication tables from the 4th grade? I barely remember the lunch tables. Huh? Vegetables? Do we have any vegetable jokes in the house? Something about Funyuns, perhaps. Is anyone enjoying Funyuns? Anyone enjoying any sort of bizarre snacks tonight? Typically, I like to enjoy a bizarre snack, maybe a nice candy treat here and there, but yeah, not doing it tonight. Full concentration on the Castlevania here. Here we go. We've got some trouble coming up with the Mummy Men. And one of the most important pieces of meat in the whole game right there. Remember that one, gang. That's going to save you so many times. There we go. Now they're on the same side. Just start throwing those oh, I'm out of hearts. Oh my goodness. Didn't even realize I was out of hearts. I had triple boomerangs and no hearts, so we did it regardless. That's that 6 months of training. I'm all ears. I'm ruined. The Willard tip calculator. I don't know why we're bringing up the Willard tip. Holy crow, it's a hell of a toss down there. Well, let's start collecting those hearts, gang. This is looking spooky. Some intense music. Skeletons rocking the house. Bats in our belfry. The mermen are speaking German. And this is weird, but I'm doing it. I'm trading triple boomerang for... Oh no! Do. Triple boomerang for the holy water. I actually want to get back on the holy water now. Oh, there's that awful stopwatch we're not too keen on, but I was able to draw the left bat. Going to use some nerd terminology here after playing this thing for 6 months. Me and the Count, we got a past. Kind of like the action, rousing, adventurous music on this stage. Kind of surprised it's never been covered in a Castlevania game. Nerds, let me know in the comments which Castlevania games this song has been used in. Oh, alright, this song, we remember this one. Now this is hella scary. We got Birdemic 3, Sea Eagle. Here come the Sea Eagles, dropping a particular horrible load of bird feasters on us. These flea men, these Igors, these monkey men. They bounce around, but if you keep your cool, you might just make it. But be careful. Enemies in Castlevania, they'll drop items. Sometimes you can get a really bad item grab, and it'll just ruin your run. So we got the Bone Dragon here. We got double potions now. Load of hearts. One for each vertebra. What's up, vertebra? Now look out. One of these is that Tricky Dagger, the worst weapon in the game, even triple dagger, which, after playing this game so much, you start playing around like, ooh, what if I get the dagger? What if I get triple dagger? Am I just going to be the knife master? The whip master? They call him the whip master. The title of this stream, an homage to the 1990s Bill Murray SNL sketch, The Whip Master, in which he portrays an actor who is replacing the regular actor on a Western-themed serial. And quite frankly, he's not up to the task when it comes to cracking the whip. Hilarity ensues, featuring the late great Chris Farley, the late great Phil Hartman, and the rest. Oh, hi, the creature and Igor. Why don't you have a little sip of the water? They call him the Whip Master. We did it, folks. Got lucky. Igor and Frankenstein's the creature, aka Franken, in the land of the rising sun. We gotta watch out that we're knocking on death's door. The Grim Reaper himself, a manifestation, an elemental, just an old killer. If I was running haphazard, I would have replaced triple holy water with the stopwatch. That would have been tragic. It would have been soul crushing, but I did pick up a random invincibility. We'll use that to eschew this trouble. Eschew, sir. I'm ashamed to admit that I watched Ace Ventura Pet Detective. Whatever the awful sequel is, the jungle one. Ugh. Trouble in Paradise. Thunder in Paradise, starring Jim Carrey. Do dig the tunage in this one, and look out. $400 cold cash and a blood-soaked skeleton. What a nightmare. A dungeon filled with death. Restraint, restriction, insanity, and pot roast. It's a pot roast prison. And now is the point where in the game where you have to get mad. Simon Belmont, turn blood crazy, get angry, kill. So there we go, the kill crazy rampage has worked. These Axonites, they are bothersome to say the very least. But you can lead them like the skeletons, so you can throw your holy water, your holiness, and you can kind of just, oh, how embarrassing. He's done himself in. I don't get that heart, but I don't get that axe either. Look out for that one, gang. That's a trick. That's where you relax. You take personal inventory. You have a sip of Weiser's Canadian whiskey. The stream brought to you, as always, from Weiser's Canadian Whiskey, waiting for those checks to get through customs. Those freedom truckers have been stalling at Ram Ranch, holding up my monies. And things ain't getting funny. So let's keep on keeping on, folks. Oh, that whiskey's hitting the spot. Hey, there's those coffins there. Your pal Johnny Sixgun, the man who gets jealous when he drives by the cemetery. He's playing Castlevania tonight, 1986 Konami NES Super Famicom. Originally on the Super Famicom disk system, perhaps? I don't know. I should have researched a little more. I was too busy learning how to kill Axe Knights. Absolutely brutal enemies, killers by any definition of the word. And there's another one. Oh, I got a little ambitious, but he bit it right in time. We're still sitting on a lot of health. We got a blood-soaked skeleton wandering these corridors. No reason to throw that holy water other than to mark our territory. This is sacred land. Look out for this upcoming bone cannon. Real bonehead here. 1, 2, and attack. He's a real troublemaker, but if we happen to drop the ball, we restart from here. Either this is going to go well, or we're going to have a boomerang battle. Let me tell you, folks, I don't know if the term boomerang battle is a thing, but it should be. I don't know how many DC characters use boomerangs, but maybe a Captain Boomerang versus, I don't know, some other... I almost grabbed that knife. That would have been a soul crusher, gang. That's Castlevania. The thrill of avoiding that knife. Knife of the party. Alright, gotta... Dressed in the red jacket Lupin the Third outfit. Avoided the knife. Relaxing. Progressing into the Chamber of Death. The Grim Reaper's death, you monster. You don't belong in this world. And we did it. We got lucky. Nailed it out of the park. And even struck a pose. Get that guts pose going, gang. Can we do it? Can we get 100 games beaten on this stream? Then there's not much left. A couple more games. A couple of specials. And that's it. The stream's done. But only if we can end the reign of the Lord of Chaos and Insanity. Oh, triple boomerang for triple holy water for the axe. Are you crazy, Johnny? What are you thinking? Oh, God, I might have just botched the whole thing. Okay, I didn't botch it yet. We got the first boss on Moss here. If you wait just a split second when each one approaches. Oh, don't dive at me. Alright, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. Into the lion's mouth. Look out for that skeleton. Look out for him. He didn't look for us. He didn't count on a Belmont. You must be the Belmont. Dracula's faced this family so many times. Simon would be ashamed if he wasn't able to get by this foul creature. That's okay. We're okay. The knife is okay. That's not okay. Alright. Alright, gang. We might be in rough repair at this moment. But great things can happen through adversity. Art through adversity. That's already bad. But that's okay. Oh dear, things. The milk has gone sour. It's always rough when those sea eagles start approaching. Well beyond their logical entry point, but that's okay. We've prepared for this. Quite frankly, this is nothing. Dracula, to me, you are nothing. Ow! Damn fleamen. Fleamen and their seamen. Ah! Nuts to me. What a bonehead. Ooh, that heart might be the one that tips the scales. We'll see what shakes out here, folks. These skeletons, these fuckers, they happened upon the wrong man at the right time. Extended whip. Oh. That self-satisfied one of the few fucking times the stopwatch is useful, and we got it, folks. That's exemplary. We don't have enough hearts to utilize it properly, but that felt good. As a matter of fact, the world had to stop time once more. And it's gonna happen one more time. Time after time. I'm gonna stop time once more. Just to rub it in his face, in his... Look at that. You use that stopwatch, Drac doesn't care. He just barrels through it. Listen, Dracula. Remember this face. This face is coming back. And you're going down. I'm not too worried about it, folks. Just want to take a moment here to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. I hope everyone's having a good time, and I hope that you're not the sort of folks that are squeamish to the sight of vampire blood. This guy, this bloodsucker, this insane asshole. I've had it about up to here with this Count Dracula. Count on me whipping his ass into the ground. Heard tell, folks, that the whip in Castlevania was actually used because of the whip in Vampire Hunter D, utilized by the character Doris, the female protagonist of that one, alongside D, the Vampire Hunter. Castlevania, Vampire Hunter D, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, all this Japanese media, all very much tying together, all very cool, very exciting. Just like you folks out there, very cool, very exciting people to have tuned in on this very exclusive channel. Not really intended for the public, but if you found it well done, well met, my son. Remember when Dracula quotes the Bible at the end of Castlevania Symphony of the Night? Remember seeing the screen in Castlevania the Symphony of the Night right at the beginning is Richter Belmont. Who here is going to check out that next season of Castlevania featuring Richter Belmont. I mean, I have to. I would have loved to have seen my idea of standalone black and white animated silent film with Simon Belmont going through Dracula's castle, fighting his minions, all to a beautiful pipe organ soundtrack. I mean, I'd pay money. I would, like, I don't know, produce that if I had money. Netflix, just make that. People will see it. But we'll see how the new season turns out without the writer. Oh, I don't have to power up my boomerang any longer, folks. I no longer have anywhere further to go. As you've seen, I've utilized one of the few tricks I looked up online. Everything else you've seen in here, me finding money bags, learning about treasures and meats, that was me. Over the last 6 months, just learning a game like the olden days when we were kids, when we couldn't afford to buy a collection of games for $10 that has 8 games on it. That's crazy. To be a gamer these days is pretty cool. That's what I'm saying right now before dying to Dracula about 100 times. So let's see what shakes out, folks. As your pal Johnny Sixgun takes on the Demon Count Dracula. Alright, not great, not terrible. Good warm-up round, perhaps. Alright, already botching it pretty badly. Alright, well, we have beheaded Drac, but to take out his bat form would be tremendously lucky. And although luck is one of my skills... Ah! That's alright, folks. As I said, we're going to beat the game without cheating. I didn't say I was going to beat the game without getting a game over. But that's our first game over. That's not bad. Stage 18, aka, I like to call it Stage 6 myself. But look at that score, not too shabby. So let's give it another shot. Let's see if we can take down that Count Dracula. And there's going to be a little more powering up here, so I apologize for that. But hey, that's a chance for more banal chat, so let's power the whip. And you can go on Smoko right now, 420, everybody. If you decide to tune into this live, maybe you got the Big Lebowski going on in the background. Maybe Friday after next. The Stoned Age. Anything featuring Jim Brewer. Ah, there's my double. Oh, that's unfortunate. That means I'm gonna have to attack quite a few more things with that boomer. Alright, and my mind and soul separated temporarily there. So that's okay. That's okay. That's Castlevania, everyone. That's how it goes. Sometimes you get a lucky run. Sometimes it goes south. It is very much like a game of poker. Your pal Johnny loves a game of poker. Haven't sat around the table in a while. That's my fault. However, that's Castlevania. You can bring some skills and some knowledge to the table, but at the end of the day, it's going to take a little luck. A little luck to take it to Drac. But I mean, you gotta do it though. You gotta kill Count Dracula. He's a jerk. I mean, I've just seen him in Dracula Dead and Loving It. Mel Brooks. Dracula looks like Leslie Nielsen, and he's a cock. What's his problem? Did very much enjoy watching Dracula Dead and Loving It recently. Not because it was good. It was not good. But just seeing the fella who played Janos from Ghostbusters 2 basically doing the same role in servitude to Leslie Nielsen instead of Lord Vigo, the Master of Evil. Dracula, you think you can take down this Belmont? That ain't legal. So we got a couple boomerangs kicking around. We can power it up now. And this isn't the most exciting thing in the world, folks, but let me tell you, unless you are a true Castlevania genius, if you've dedicated yourself to timing out jumping the fireballs, if you can hit Dracula 14 times without being hit by those fireballs, you can catch that second form of his with that holy water, and that does a number on him. Starting to get a little impatient, don't worry. Try not to go in on Dracula until about 350, until the time is about 350. Just so I have enough hearts, so I have enough boomerangs, so I have enough courage, or perhaps even, in this instance, liquid courage. Can we take down this insane manifestation of hatred? Despair. Oh, hamburgers. Alright, it's not going great. It's already gone pear-shaped. Oh my goodness, everything I've learned has gone out the window immediately. And that's okay. That's okay. Just enjoy that clock tower. Enjoy the fact that the clock tower in this Castlevania isn't that bad. We face some doozies of clock towers. Castlevania 3, Castlevania 4, ew. Ooh, Rondo of Blood. Look out, folks. I use some choice language in our Dracula X Rondo of Blood playthrough. However, the real pit in that cherry would either be Castlevania Dracula X, the Super Nintendo version of Dracula X, or Haunted Castle, the arcade Castlevania game. Which Castlevania is the biggest letdown? And just by the notion that it's even being talked about, that's kind of cool. Even a game that isn't that fun, just the fact that you get to talk about it, that you can throw those factoids around, like, huh, yeah, you know, Simon Belmont, he wore a white tuxedo in Haunted Castle. I'm just saying. It's pretty classy. Solid Snake, second playthrough, wearing the tuxedo. I mean, I'm saying, people, why are we not playing as characters wearing tuxedos in these video games? I mean, is the tux falling out of fashion? Do we need to fix these tux? Do we need some sort of tux medicated pads to fix the tuxedo? I just don't know what we can do. We're doing okay. 38 hearts. We're gonna go for a few more seconds. I never have died from the timer running out in this game, and they just throw it up there to really keep you going, I think. I think the kids back in the day would just keep farming for the good weapons, and quite frankly, Konami wouldn't stand for it. Alright, let's scooch right about here. Get a little wiggle worm on. A wiggle wiggle. Get that Elvis pelvis. Wiggle jiggle. Elvis featuring Tom Hanks is a Batman villain. Don't grab that holy water unless you are expert. Here to fix a Dinah Cobble, I'm expert. Ah, shit. Alright, that was a bad pull on my part. That happens. Ah, shit. It's alright. It's not going to be this one, but... that's okay. I think we've got it all ironed out. Just letting that one soar over the head there. No particular reason why. And we have not been cheating tonight, folks. I've been tallying up all the stats on these things, and quite frankly, a lot of these games I beat on the channel, I do beat without cheating. To be fair. However, some of these compilations make it easy, and as I've always said, the only thing I hate more than wasting my own time is wasting the time of other people, so I'm so sorry when I can't beat these things as quickly as I'd like, but thank you kindly for staying tuned in. I do appreciate the encouragement. Do recognize some motifs of this song from the Castlevania 2 password entry screen. Hey, there's our triple boomerang. We've got the extended whip, our only other task at the moment. Get a couple of hearts, make sure we don't run out of boomerangs. I'd say anything over 35's probably fine, even excessive, but better to be too careful than not careful enough. But yeah, I'm no expert at Castlevania. I've only beaten Dracula like 6 times, maybe. Combination of both, save states on this Castlevania collection and on the original hardware. Very cool to play a game like this on the original hardware, getting the ending. Very satisfying. Knife to meet you. Alright, Drac. I got a sack. I just like to get those boomerangs a-spinning. Spinning wheel. Oh, shit. Good one, Drac. Alright. Having some bad pulls here, but that's... as I mentioned earlier, folks, Castlevania is a little bit like poker. Ah, nuts. Couldn't make it. Almost had him. Think we got a good shot at it, though. Because that was with 1 hit. That's the thing with Drac Gang. You only get 4 hits. Each hit from Dracula, his fireballs, his bat form. That's 4 your life bars down the tubes. But that's okay. That's only 2 game overs. That's not bad in the grand scheme of things. Why, if this were Dark Souls, I'd have had 38 game overs at this point. Thanks everyone for tuning in for our 4-part series on Cuphead. Didn't have the cojones to see how many deaths I had on that game. Had to imagine the numbers were catastrophic, perhaps in the hundreds. Apologies to the widows Cuphead and Mugman. I did actually finally attempt to watch an episode of the Netflix Cuphead series. I was not enchanted. Had I watched the episode before beating the game, I might not have finished. I did not care for it. But maybe I gotta give it another shot. It's like that BoJack Horseman. A lot of people love the BoJack Horseman. I never cared for it. I gave it 2 shots. Maybe it's gonna be a 3rd shot, or maybe I have to try it again a 3rd time. But you know what, folks? With the announcement of the title of the Venture Brothers movie, the finality of my favorite television program of all time, Twin Peaks, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, The Simpsons, news radio, it doesn't matter. Nothing compares to the Venture Brothers and their movies coming out. The title's been announced. I can't spoil it for you. I don't want to. I have to avoid spoilers at this point. Incredibly excited for that. And I'm expecting to be let down, because that's how Doc Hammer and Jackson Public do it. But enough of Venture Brothers. Supposition, hoping, excitement, and trepidation. Let's do it, folks. Count Dracula, I pity you. This has to stop. Goodbye. Uh-oh. I done goofed already. Oh, this has gone shit-faced. Side town. This is just awful. One of the worst attempts ever. I'm just gonna apologize for that. But you know, this Dracula, he's been around for centuries. He knows the score. Who has gone to see that Nicolas Cage Renfield movie? Pretty fun that I've recently seen. Dracula, dead and loving it. The Renfield character played by Janosch from Ghostbusters 2. Probably the best part of the movie. And now they're doing a Renfield movie with Nick Cage as Drac himself. Hey, when it comes to horror and Nicolas Cage, don't be afraid to check out Mandy. Closest thing I've ever seen to an accurate drug trip without you having to be on drugs. And here we are on 420 and collecting bags of cash. So there you go, stacking paper, Drac and tapers, those snout-nosed lovable creatures. Who knows what a taper is and what it does? He's just like the aardvark in the park. Aardvark's after dark, am I right? You don't want to see what they're doing with those toasters after dark. Screensaver, more like screen destroyer, am I right? Heard tell some of these newfangled TVs actually have screen burn again, that image retention. For example, if you were on stage 18 of one game and you failed to progress, that might be burned into your screen forever. You know, unless those pixels are whirling around. If you got that toaster moving around. Upsetting the apple cart. Enough talk. Have at you. Not great. Not doing great here, gang. And that's, you know, that's the Transylvania twist, we like to call it. And it wouldn't be a true six-gun one and done with a little bit of tribulation, a few trials. Trials Morales. That's awful. You people are awful. What's wrong with you? Hey, look at that clock, not polygonal in this one. But let's get away from the goofy video game talk for a while. Let's talk about stairs. Not enough innovation in stairs. Where's that home escalator? Everyone's like, oh, I want the car that drives me to work. What about the stairs that carries my lazy ass up? Come on. I don't want to get that chair from Gremlins. That's ridiculous. Negative connotation. Thanks, Earthworm Jim 2. Who remembers Earthworm Jim 2 on the SNES and Genesis primarily? Fun little bonus stage very early in the game where you get to pilot one of those little chairs, those lift chairs that tool you up and down between floors, and look out for those Scottish grannies falling on you. Fresh. I think that's what they said. Might have to give it another shot. I'd like to try Earthworm Jim and Earthworm Jim 2 again. Maybe not watch the Earthworm Jim cartoon featuring Dan Castellaneta, aka Homer Simpson, as the titular Jim. But hey, maybe folks want to watch that Battletoads cartoon pilot. Or maybe that Bubsy cartoon pilot. No. A lot of times, best to leave the video game cartoons on the cutting room floor. I've even heard the Mario movie isn't the tops. Sure, it's got a few snickerdoodles in it, but quite frankly, I'm not too worried about it. Few good video game animated adaptations. Street Fighter 2, the animated movie, top shelf. Castlevania, the Netflix series, top shelf. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, aka whatever. That's fine. Nuts. That was a promising one, but luck didn't favor me at that moment, and that's okay. That's what happens, gang, in Castlevania when you do not control the battle. That's what I call a boomerang battle. When you march in, when you are steady foot, sure of hand, when you know where that whip's cracking, you are Castlevania ready. You're ready to grab that holy water and throw it at the foot of your enemy and defeat them. When you're ready for a boomerang battle, that means you're not quite sure of yourself. That means you're going in a little willy-nilly. That means you're going in a little Johnny Sixgun. That means there's an element of luck. There's an element of failure. There's an element of trial and error. And an element of persistence. And that's alright. That's stick-to-itiveness. But hey, let's do it, gang. Let's power up that boomerang of ours. Let's get those shot multipliers. That's a little equation for those at home that want to try out Castlevania for themselves. You might want to learn. You pick up these sub-weapons. I've got the boomerang right now. That's flying around. Hey, that's out of control. Look out, Paul Hogan. But you keep using that thing to defeat enemies, candles, blah, blah, blah. You can get these multiplier things, and, well, let me tell you, they're the bee's knees. I mean, quite frankly, I've gone into this Dracula battle half-baked just because I was so fucking excited from these shot multipliers. So let's just see what shakes out. Oh, whoops-a-daisy. Well, we kind of got a stalemate there. That wasn't bad, actually, for a very unintentional Drac battle. But this is only our third continue, I believe. That's not the worst. Not the worst run I've ever had on Castlevania, to be honest. So let's be careful. Let's grab that cash. And between playing Castlevania here on the PlayStation 4 Pro, Castlevania Anniversary Collection from Konami, this is the last game for us to beat in this collection, folks. Can you believe it? We're doing the American version here. We've done the Japanese version on some of these games because it's a bit easier. They're a little more friendly to the gaming populace across the pond, but you know what? We are a hardy people here in these Americas, as you call them. And quite frankly, I think our stock is up to the challenge of defeating the wild machinations of this wicked Count Dracula. What is Dracula's problem? Why does he keep coming back? And why can't these Belmonts leave him alone? I mean, come on. Dracula. Although we have not yet exhausted our font of Castlevania games to play, folks. Oh, what am I doing? I just want to collect hearts at this moment. Still a few more Castlevania games to play on the stream, although the season is winding down. That will be the series finale coming up soon. Almost 3 years to the date of the original Castlevania 2 airing. And I'll still do some specials here and there for games that I'm pretty excited about, and maybe Shocktober and stuff, but yeah, we're shutting it down. Simon, right now, we'd like you to shut Dracula down. Not great. Not great at all, but that's okay. As you can see, folks, in a boomerang battle, it's just a matter of time And persistence. I mean, comes a point in everyone's life where you just gotta stop. Some people don't know when to stop. For good or for ill, so let's keep on keeping on. And if we can do it, this will be the 100th game I beat on this goofy channel. Played over 100 games, a few showcases, a few losers. Night Trap, couldn't figure that one out to save my life. Also featured vampires. Can you believe it? Shinobi, The Revenge. That was one of our earlier ones. Oh, I was so disappointed that I couldn't figure that game out. Much like one of our recent failures. From Software's very own Ninja tribute to perhaps their own. PlayStation Classic. The mind is just imploding at this point. Thinking of too many games when all I should be thinking about is defeating Dracula. I'm not getting my shot multipliers. Trying to think of Tenchu Stealth Assassin on PlayStation. Trying to think of Sekiro on PlayStation 4, and quite frankly, I should have nothing but Dracula's Demise on my mind. So let's do it, Simon Belmondo. Let's take a cruise downtown. Let's do it. Not good. Oh, alright, good enough. Not good. Just not doing great here, and that's Castlevania. I mean, I beat it earlier tonight. I beat it yesterday without even getting a game over, but I haven't had much to eat today. I'm in a moderate amount of pain, and I've just fucking wandered into Dracula without any fucking power-ups. Absolutely outstanding strategy here. And that's okay. That's all right. We've got the edge here. The edge on Drac. Oh, he's taken the lead. But we're doing okay. Don't even have the full fucking whip extension. What a fucking disaster. That's alright. That's a learning experience. That's where you take a pull of the whiskey. You march up those stairs. You look fate in the eye. And you say, not today. I carry death with me always, and it doesn't weigh me down. Am I right? Am I right? I don't think so. I don't think so. Alright, we got 100 cold hard cash there. believe you get extra lives at about 30,000 points. Then maybe, I don't even know what else, every 60,000 points, every, who knows. Extra lives, who needs them? Although those continue points are a little brutal on those regular stages, but once you master them, it's not too big a deal. Only takes about 6 months of your life, culminating in a tremendous spectacle where you're floundering and able to defeat your hated foe. And that's the thing. Can we really hate Count Dracula? Is he pitiable? Wants only for love. Receives scorn, hatred. But he's kind of asking for it. I mean, have you seen the company he keeps? These flea men are hopping all over the place, and their sanitary concerns are through the roof, wiping, non-existent with these flea men. Unless they're in the proximity of these mummy men, feces infesting these mummy men. Don't get that black light involved. You want to talk Hotel Hell? Gordon Ramsay, Hotel Transylvania. Welcome back to the Hotel Transylvania. That should have been the title tonight, but it's not. Welcome back to the Hotel Transylvania. Oops, a daisy, already fucked it up, and that's fine. That's another fucked run. That's fine. Oh, good. Right in the corner. Great, Drac. Thank you. Thank you for being a friend. Boomerang battles, very random, very terrible, not advised. All that time I spent these past 6 months on and off. I swear to God, I've aged 2 years in these last 6 months. Awful experiences at work. And with the climate at large, I've heard tell this was the second or third most precipitation we have ever gotten in winter, and these here flyover states of the Midwest, these cities of mystery and romance, of bewilderment and enchantment, potholes, new cars, new jobs, new games. End this stream, end this madness, defeat Dracula. Come on, Simon, let's stop this nonsense. But I am very glad that the Lupin, the third channel on Pluto, is a thing that exists. That's what I'm doing tonight. Kind of got a little Lupin thing going, the red jacket, yellow tie thing going for the, I think that's the 70s series of Lupin. Second series, top shelf stuff. Hayao Miyazaki of Studio Ghibli. Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke, My Neighbor Totoro. Kiki's Delivery Service. Porco Rosso. What's that? Grave of the Fireflies? I only saw that one once. Never bought that one. That's probably not going to wind up in the collection. But a good flick nonetheless. Couple of bucks to tip the kid at the end of the ride. Hate to get to the end of the ride without a couple of bucks to tip the kid, so let's get just a couple of more bucks. Okie dokie smokies, let's get down to it, boppers. Just not really doing it right here. Alright, I'm going too crazy. I'm getting too frantic with this boomerang battle idea, and I have to stop. That's not my usual play style. I'm getting flustered because of all this shit, this fucking microphone. I'm fucking hungry. My back hurts, my legs hurt, my knees hurt. Got a whole fucking lot of fun coming up at work tomorrow, and who the fuck knows how many potholes I'm gonna hit on the goddamn road on the way to the dentist. But at least we're having a good time right now, and that's what counts. Right, Count Dracula? It's almost enough to make you wish Dracula would win sometimes, but then you think, what is a man? Miserable little pile of secrets. But enough talk, have at you. Just losing focus. Gotta get in there, home in, whip that Count in the face. Alright, so we'll just get a few more hearts, folks. This is one of the few strategies I sussed out online. If you go back about 3 hours ago when I was playing the game legit, all the stuff you saw on the stages, that was me just learning the game, and this up and down the stairs thing, that I learned about that online. It's about the only way I've ever been able to beat Dracula, which is why I've only beaten him like 6 times. I mean, it's not great. 6 times out of 6 months, once a month. Beating him twice in the last day. 3 times in the last day would be nice. I think this is okay. Alright, Dracula. I think this is okay. Hey, I got an extra life. Trophy earned. The Cursed Simon Belmont. Produced by Konami, directed by Trans Fissures, screenplay by Bram Stoker, music by James Banana. The cast: Dracula, Christopher B. Death, Bela Lugosi. Frankenstein, Boris Karloffus. Mummy Man, Love Chaney Jr. Medusa, Barbara Sherry. Vampire Bat, Mix Shreks. Hunchback, Love Chaney. Fishman Green, Stranger Armor, Cafe Bar Reed, Skeleton Andre Noro, Zombie Joan Cannabis, and the hero Simon Belmondo. You played the greatest role in this story. Thank you for playing. Hey, let's play hard mode. Yeah, hard mode's a lot like regular mode, but the bats start coming into play real bad. So look out, get that secret treasure. Oh, we missed it. Here we go, folks. Stage 19. Let's do it. Let's beat Castlevania proper now. You didn't think I was gonna stop there, did you? For the 100th game beating Castlevania on normal pathetic. No, we're going for it, gang. We're gonna beat it on hard. No, I'm just fucking with you. I can't believe it that we did it, folks. We beat Castlevania, and it just keeps on going. So that's life. It gets harder and harder and harder and harder, and you keep going. And it's satisfying sometimes. Oh, alright, accidentally hit the save button. So, everybody, thank you kindly for joining us tonight for our game. We did it. I mean, I can't believe it. We beat 100 games online. I've played over 120 at least. I've got a spreadsheet. I'm not going to consult the spreadsheet at this very moment, but this is the 100th game I beat online. We're going to finish Until Dawn. We're going to play a couple more randos. I got one last special, and that's it. We're done. And, you know, then the occasional special after that. But that's about it. Everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. Sega Madness, thank you so much for tuning into the bitter end. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in for the bitter beginnings, middles, and ends. So until next time, see you Tuesday for Little Until Dawn. White people in trouble. But before then, 100 games down. Your pal Johnny Sixgun signing off. For now. Ta-da.